Hey, how's it going? Diamond here. It has been a fat minute. I don't really have a script for this video. There is this really cool mod called Flashback that came out a few weeks ago, could be more. I don't know. I have not been in the ecosystem lately, but I really do want to check it out for the first time and see it with my own eyes because it really does look amazing compared to the replay mod and also how well it performs. And I want to check that all out with you guys and actually get my first reaction if I want to continue using this mod in the future, especially for videos. And just a quick note on the last few videos I've produced, I won't be continuing with the editing style because it's brain numbing and I just don't like it. It takes longer and it just feels in that general direction. I won't be able to make longer form content with better explanations for plugins when it really is required. I just wanted to put that out there. Other than that, welcome back. I know I've been gone for a while. So let's actually look at this mod. I don't really know much about it other than it's a better replay mod from what I've heard, but it is still recommended to use replay for certain things such as better time lapses. But I do want to check this one out and see what we can do, as this is going to be great for the cinema side of Minecraft. So all you really have to do is just click start recording. I am going to be leaving the link for all of this in the description down below. It's really just one mod you plug and play, and I'm hoping that we don't need any additional stuff for rendering like the replay mod requires. So other than that, I've just been walking around. I do want to put some things down. So if we grab a creeper, for example, easy. Let's put a few creepers down. Let's go ahead and put a item frame, because these are different entities and I want to see how well it interacts with all of them and performs. Let's go ahead and put some stuff. Put some stuff in them. And finally, let's go ahead and just have some simple fun and see how all this goes. Of course, this is just a very simple test for what could be a really big mod. Once we're done, we can either pause the recording. I love this feature. I also like that you don't have to immediately start recording. You can just start whenever you want to. That's a very big plus, especially for the way I do my videos. But if we don't want to continue recording, we just click finish recording. Let's give it a name. I like that. Does the name actually matter in the format? Let's hope not. So we're going to call this one Ted and save replay. After that, we should be able to just leave and click on this little camera on the side of the menu. And there we go. We have Ted. So if I join this, oh God, wow. This UI is phenomenal. I will have to say that. Look at this. This is almost a great level of an editing software for videos. So I like this already. This is amazing. What happens if I click play and it just works? Now, here's the one big thing that I don't like regarding replay mod. Whenever you go back in time, I just want to see how it performs here, because if it's the same process, it may be not as worth it. But whenever you go back on replay, you essentially have to reload everything and it'll go back for quite literally everything, starting back from zero. How about this one? Oh, that is nice. That is nice indeed. That is a super smooth process. And the way I heard that this does work though, is they have multiple nodes. So it separates them compared to replay where you just have the entire timeline. This one, it separates it into different timelines. So that way you have this smooth transition of just switching between them. And I see that the entities all work. And actually, let's take a look on the top left. We have export player list. So I can find myself, I can hide. I wonder if that means that I won't be able to see him or he will just be transparent. That is something to actually test out later. I can teleport to him. Do I have his perspective? I think I might have. No, I do not have the perspective. And then we have movement. So I don't fully know what a lot of this does. I'm just trying to check it out. We can enable chat, boss bar, title. This is super useful, especially if you're going to do more trailer-like. And then we have render blocks. I don't know what I'd ever use this for, but maybe down the line I'd actually be able to find something. Render entities. Oh, that is a shame. I was really hoping that these were going to stick around, mainly due because I would love to have a mob entity and just a general separate entities. But again, if it is for cinematics, just make sure you're prepared for what you need. And actually, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and remove entities. That also removed this TNT. Okay, that is good to know. We can render the player. So now I'm gone, I'm back. We can render particles. So if I actually go back to the TNT, there you go. Yeah, doesn't render any particles either. And render sky. One thing I believe with this, yeah, we can actually change the sky color if I'm not using a shader pack. This is amazing. You could just simply just slap a different background. I've been really looking for something like this whenever I do need to make any type of tutorial and I want to put a green background. This especially works out really well. I think we just found a reason how to use it. Perfect. I don't even need to do anything anymore. This is exactly what I've been looking for this entire time, instead of having to put on a resource pack with a green background every single time. This works out amazingly. I did not expect this to just work the way it does. And of course we can render name tags, but we can override the fog color. So I'm gonna guess these are similar to the render sky. And then we can override time. This, yes, like where was this in a replay mod? I swear I needed this for so long. I would have to install a different mod in order to change the time, but I would also have to specify the time that I want. And especially for certain plugins that are only time dependent, this works out perfectly for what I need. And we can add camera shake. So how do we add camera shake? Okay, so I see a add keyframe. So let's start off by adding an element. Let's add a camera. And with this camera, let's go ahead and start keyframing it. So we'll start here. Let's add a keyframe. So I'm quite used to this regarding animation. Let's go all the way here. I wonder if there are any keybinds to actually match the time and the keyframe together, because I don't want it to go... Oh, it doesn't. That's perfect. Okay, so it doesn't affect the actual timeline. It will only, I'm guessing it's going to render between the actual keyframes of the camera. And I love that simple animation there. It's not even an animation. That's just the camera shake. Oh, it's the camera shake. I'm telling you, I'm really astonished from what this can actually do right now. I don't want to make the video too long though. So we can add a simple camera shake without even needing to do anything. Oh, it just connects to it simply. So if I want to, I can just disable it. But I can also override it and add more frequency and amplitude if I wanted to. This is awesome. All right, let's add another element. We can change the FOV, the speed, the time lapse. Let's add time lapse. So we'll add a time lapse here. So for that, we can do time. Let's start at 0. We'll add a keyframe, and then we'll come all the way to the end here, and we'll add another keyframe, and we'll just set it to that, and then add another keyframe. Oh, okay, so it's separate from this. So if we wanted to do that, what if I removed keyframe, add a time? Can I override it and then add another time right here? That's perfect. So you don't actually need to add the individual elements. You can just add it from the right hand side, which could save you a lot of time as well. You can show the camera path, which I do like. The grid, if you want more positioning, that's perfect. Oh, and the rule of thirds. I love all of this. This is really cinematographic type. You could change the ratio, but honestly, main thing now is everything just works, and I like that. And I'm guessing everything works, especially if I'm gonna guess yes, if we change shaders. That's great. But one thing I want to try out now is export video, because this is what really annoys me regarding the replay mod. Whenever you have to export with replay, you have to always install FFmpeg. Now, especially for someone like me who occasionally does a wipe on their computer or may switch between computers a lot, it gets really annoying. So let's actually try this out. I want to have the resolution 1920 by 1080, which is usually what I render at. MP4, that's fine. Let's go MP4. I don't mind the higher. Let's use the maximum bitrate. I want 60 frames per second. That's perfect. The start and the end ticks. So everything here is ticks. So the actual in-game, and I can record audio. This is something that I've never been able to do with replay. If I wanted to do that, I'd have to record it while playing the actual footage, and that is just super annoying. I could just do MP3, that's fine. Let's go AAC and see how that goes, and we can add it to a queue, or we can start. Let's just start it immediately. And you can't see, it just did a pop-up saying where you want to save it. Let's go ahead and do that. So that's good to know as well. From what I'm seeing, I just need to figure out how to actually make it stop. I'm guessing I can just leave it and it will stop from where I click escape right now. But I do want to know exactly how to make it so it only renders a certain portion of it, because I would at times not want to render the entire footage I currently have. Because you can see that the time is not working anymore. It's just showing me that one main footage, and it may have crashed. Okay, it's back. Sweet. Okay, I do have F3 as well. That's nice. I just checked out the video as well, and I have no problems. I can hear the audio. It is a bit faint, but as well, I'm guessing it's between the camera's perspective. So if the audio is further away, you won't be able to hear it. So just really good things to know. Now, the next thing I just want to know is how do we make it so it only renders within this certain section? I do not need it to render the entire portion of this whole video. Hide hotbar, that's not it. Hold control to apply keyframe. Hold shift to snap keyframe. Oh, okay. So this is 3 seconds here. So that's 78 ticks. So if we want 8 seconds, we need 170 ticks. And you can see that right down here with, I'm going to guess this is ticks. So if I do the render again and we go from 0, so start all the way to end, and we do 170, and I'm really hoping that this also shows me the correct amount. So let's export that again. I don't mind the name. And it should only render within the actual time I added. That's perfect. Okay, so yeah, everything is just regarding ticks, and it's just some things that you might need to be aware of before you actually do. That's still amazing. Like, this is exactly what I've been needing for months, especially for video creation. I'm so happy this is here, and I think I might be able to put out some great new videos with that. Other than that, I think this is really all I really need to show you regarding the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what else you want to know, and I have some plugins on a list right now that I'm going to be pushing out relatively soon. So thanks for watching. I'm Diamond, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.